tuned into the Truth with G. Inspire, educate, and uplift. If you can't handle the truth, this ain't the show for you. The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So sit back, relax, and buckle up and enjoy this ride.
The Truth with G. The Truth with G. The Truth with G.
All right. Welcome back to the show. You're listening to The Truth with G on WPMM Internet Radio. I am your boy, Gerald Graham. You know me as G. Once again, we are back to talk about the issues that matter to you and your community. Hope all was well with everyone. It is Monday. We're back on the grind once again. Seems like these weeks are just flying by. We're on the last day of the month, last day of September. We are approaching the month of October. We're in this part of the country. October means fair time. Festivals start popping off. Got Halloween coming up. You know, it's football season. There's got a lot of going on right here. At this time of year, the weather's cooling off just a little bit. But I want to thank you for joining me once again right here on WPMM Internet Radio for The Truth with G. Over 4 years we've been doing this, and 4 years strong, and you know, we're still going at it. We're still going to continue to bring you the truth, bring you the information that you need to know. So I want to thank my listening audience for tuning in, whether you're a first-time listener, a part-time listener, a full-time listener, or one of my ride or dies. I got some ride or dies that have been riding with me for 4 years. And just about every single night they're on, and I really do appreciate each and every one of you. You know, from my ride or dies all the way down to my first-timers. I really do appreciate you guys tuning in. So, but yeah, we're right here on WPMM Internet Radio. We'll play more music. We play the best in R&B, jazz, neo soul, independent hip hop, and old school music. We're at WPMMradio.com is the website you can go to. We are also on Facebook Live. We're on iTunes, YouTube. We're on just about every streaming apparatus that you have, streaming platform, if you will. Also, if you need to share this with someone, you can share it on Facebook. You can go to WPMM.com. And download the app. It's a free app, Google Play Store and the Apple Store, the free app. Also, you can text someone, WPMM Radio, just put that in the message field, WPMMradio.com, and send it to them. All they have to do is click on it, hit play, and they can listen to the show as well. The views and opinions expressed by individual radio hosts and guests are of their own and does not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of WPMM Radio. WPMM does not intend to malign with any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, or anyone or anything. Now that we got that out the way. But tonight on tonight's show on, you know, we do Monday Madness on Mondays, but on tonight's show, we're talking about stupidity. We're talking about stupidity and the you know, I hope it's ignorance. I hope it's just ignorance. And I hope it's not stupidity, but I'm going to try to lay out some things to kind of get your attention in regards to black people, particularly black people. I don't know why anybody would, but particularly black people would want to support Trump. And we're going to talk about that stupidity or ignorance. I don't know what you want to call it. Stupidity is hard to cure. You can fix ignorance just by giving knowledge, if you will. What's up, Miss Angela? I see you on here. Appreciate the shout out. If you're on Facebook, let me know you're out there. Give me a thumbs up. Hit something. Let me know you're out there. Comment in the comment section on the topics tonight. Let me know if there's something out there that you may want to talk about that may not be on my agenda for tonight. As long as it's worth talking about, as long as it's talking about the facts, we can do it on this show, because y'all know I don't deal with that foolishness. I don't deal with gossip. I don't deal with none of that crap. We're going to talk about the facts. It is very necessary that we distribute facts and facts only. So, like I say, this last day of September, we are marching on into the month of October. And election day is in November. Election day is 5 days into the month of November. November 5th is election day. Early voting has started in some states. In Florida, early voting is going to start later on this month. In the middle of the month, I think it runs for 2 weeks on early voting. And I encourage you I encourage each and every one of you to get out and vote early. Uh, don't wait until election day. If you can avoid it, do not wait until election day. Get out there early. And the reason why I said I'm encouraging you to get out there early is because there may be some foolishness on election day. I am, it's, I want to take off work on election day just so I can be out and about at different polling places throughout the day. However, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that just yet because of other things I got going on, particularly with my day job. Because I got to take some. I bet I got to take. I got to take some time off some other time, right around that same time. So that may be a little difficult, especially with type work that I do, for me to take off. You know, too many days. So, but anyway, we're going to see what we can work out. Hopefully we can work out. And if nothing else, once on Tuesday night, if Miss if we're listening out there, Mr. JD, if you're listening, uh, we did kind of foremention doing election like coverage on WPMM. Miss Sarah, JD, and whoever else is going to be involved in that situation. We have not had that definite conversation just yet. However, that is my plan to be on air election night, probably starting at 6 o'clock to cover the election, do election coverage on that night. And the plan is to be in the WPMM studios, the main studios. If y'all don't know, I am WPMM. However, 99% of the time I'm in a different studio. So I'm not in the main studio, and that's because of time and distance and things of that nature. So, I have to, in order to get on, when I get on, I have to, make sure it is convenient, if you will, for me to do so. And if I tried to go to the studio on most of these days, I probably would not make it. I probably would not be on. So it is more convenient to me to go to the secondary studio versus going to the main studio. So that's why you may see a little different decor, if you will, in the secondary studio versus being in the home studio. So, but yeah, I do plan to do election night coverage on election night from WPMM. Other things we're going to touch on tonight, we're going to touch on before I even get to that, I'll touch on a couple of these things. Hurricane Helene, as you know, it hit, and y'all don't think I'm stupid. If you see me looking up here, I'm looking up there because there's a big screen right there. There's a big screen up there. So I'm not looking, I'm not crazy. I'm looking up at the big screen. So don't think y'all be looking at me like, what the hell is wrong with this dude? But there's a big screen up there, and I got news flashing up there, and I may be reading headlines or whatever the case may be. So that's the reason I look up here, or up there. Yeah, same difference. But anyway, Hurricane Helene, we dodged the bullet. Knock on wood. You know, with me just a second. Bear with me just a second. Here we go again. I tell you, every time I start talking about getting ready to talk about the orange idiot and his followers, some things start happening, especially with Facebook. So if you don't do radio.com or on app, app, you're gonna get me continuously with this Facebook. And I don't know why I want to do this to me at certain times, but it happens quite often to where it cut me out. If it don't kick altogether, it'll cut me off. So, hurricane, Dr. Bullet, this storm is proof positive that global warming is real. It is proof positive that, yeah, Mr. Pugh, appreciate you, but go at you on here tonight. Yeah, Facebook definitely start tripping. But yeah, Hurricane Helene, it done caused havoc. 6 different states has been drastically affected by the effects of Hurricane Helene. It's been reported to where there's over 100. Last number I heard earlier today was 102 lives have been lost due to this storm. It's being reported that over 600 people are missing. Not saying that those people are dead or injured or anything. I hope that's not the case for any of those 600 that they are declaring missing right now. The thing about the missing people is that there are a lot of areas, there are a lot of towns that have been completely wiped out as far as resources, as far as communications, as far as access to water, electricity, things of that nature. And some of these people are in those towns that don't have a way to communicate because there's no electricity, there's no phone line, there's no cell phone towers, things of that nature. So they're not able to communicate just to let people know that they're okay. They also don't have the means to travel outside of their area because a lot of the roads and things are damaged or whatever, so they can't get out. So, that number 600 be Mr. P said picture freeze been voice in and out. Okay, appreciate it. Hopefully it'll last, for these minutes while I get this show in tonight. But yeah, we Pensacola dodged a bullet. Hurricane season is not over. I y'all to do something for me. I need y'all to do something because you had me researching. I ain't gonna say y'all. There's some people had me researching some weather patterns, some weather tracks, some storm tracks, and things like that. And I was looking hard, trying to vet the information, and I was not able to do so. And what it is that there's people putting out that there is a storm that is tracking between Gulfport and Pensacola. And I looked for this information. I went to credible sources such as the Weather Channel. I went to the different weather sites. I went to major news organizations, and I was looking for this information that is showing a track of any storm or any formation of a storm that is headed toward Gulfport, Pensacola area. I was not able to find that. I did find that within the first 2 weeks of October, they are predicting that there will be 2 storms to develop in the Gulf, for the 1st of October. They're not. I have not found anything to say there is a storm that formed and it's tracking toward Gulfport or Pensacola. So, before you put, because this causes people to panic, and especially in the wake of Helene. It causes people to panic. If you're going to put something out there, please, please, please vet it. Make sure it's accurate information before you put stuff out there that's going to, make an impact on people's lives and their daily activities and things of that nature. Because, when the first time I saw it, and I'm pretty much up on current events, weather events, things of that nature. So I hadn't seen that yet. So my first thing was to go, let me go vet this. Let me try to, before I say anything, do anything, let me go vet this information. Mr. Pugh said, no, it's down below Mexico. And I think there's just a system, a possible tropical system that could develop into a tropical system that could, but there's no, in the next 4 or 5 days, there's 0% development. And then beyond that, it bumps up to like a 40% chance that something can develop. So, that's with not just with the weather, people. That's with anything. Before you put information out there, please verify, and don't verify it on these booty sites. These gossip sites or somebody else put out there. So I'm bumping it up to 50%. Thank you, Mr. Pugh. And let me tell y'all something. If Mr. Pugh give me some information, is accurate. Because Mr. Pugh is just like I am. We look for correct information. So if somebody else had to put that on there, I'm second guessing myself before I say it out loud. But I guarantee you, Mr. Larry Pugh, if he put some information out there, I guarantee you he has vetted it, it's accurate, and you can bet your $2 on it that it's gonna hit. I guarantee you. So I appreciate that, Mr. Pugh. Good looking out. Like I say, I try to stay up on a little bit of everything. Sometimes my brain get overloaded because I try to keep up with too much at one time. I get my brain get leery sometimes, and I get a little disgusted, and I get irritated, and I get, I can tell you that depression is real because of all the things that I keep up with in this terrible, terrible world that we are living in today. Keeping up with all this stuff and everything that's being said and everything that's being done, it can be quite depressing. So, y'all say an encouraging word to me from time to time, because I tell you, it's rough. It's rough, but I keep pressing on because I need my people to be there, and I need my people to be up on what's going on. I don't want to be the only one that know what's going on right here, and I want my people to be informed and uplifted. That's the whole premise of the show. And it looks like Facebook and mess with me, y'all. So y'all be out. Like that. If I go out on Facebook, go to wpmradio.com and listen through the website or to go through the app. But those people that has been affected by the storm, we're hoping and wishing for the best for them. It's going to be a long, long journey in regards to recovery, not just for the individuals, for the cities. There has been whole towns that has been whole towns that that has been wiped out, if you will, and line. We're trying to get it back online. Hopefully, I am back online. Hopefully, I'm back online, y'all. I tell you, Facebook. As soon as I get another method to come to you, but Facebook is where all my people at. I have made way more listeners on Facebook. More people can get to me through Facebook. So that's why we're on Facebook every night, every night that I'm on, Tuesday and Thursday. But this platform is very, very irritating, very irritating. But anyway, we're back. But like I say, let's hope and wish for the best for these people in the path of the storm. Could be us. Um, uh, real quick note. Dikembe Mutombo. Some of you, if you're old school, you know who I'm talking about. If you're old school, you know anything about sports. Dikembe Mutombo, NBA Hall of Famer. He has passed away. It has been reported that he had brain cancer, and he passed away at the age of 58. Passed away today. It was reported today that he passed away. So, my condolences to the family of Dikembe Mutombo. Obviously he came over from a foreign land and came over to entertain you guys on the basketball court. And if you wanted a textbook classroom um, education on playing defense when you playing basketball, particularly in block defense, Dikembe Mutombo was the man. He would throw your stuff down, in the sixth row of the stands, and then he'll wave that finger at you, that famous finger that you know. And y'all seen it on the commercial. Y'all seen it. I forget what product he was endorsing, but he was going around slapping stuff down, and he waved that finger, no, 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 and that's what he would do every time he blocked a shot. So rest in peace to Dikembe Mutombo. Again, the condolences to the family and the whole sports world, particularly the NBA family, for that loss. But now let's talk about black people. Let's get on the subject of black people that are supporting Trump. The and I'm going to call it like it is. Got that? Damn it, you idiot! Um, Stupidity reigns if you are supporting this man. I don't know if it's ignorance. Ignorance can be cured. Stupidity is very hard to reverse. Ignorance can be cured just by obtaining knowledge. And you can't be naive at this point. Uh, I think even if you don't have common sense, you should know enough not to support someone like the orange idiot. So if you one of them people and I call you stupid, I mean it with all sincerity because I don't want you to be stupid. I mean it because you're stupid, but I mean it with all sincerity and my hopes to educate you and get you to stop being stupid or get you to stop being ignorant, naive, ill-informed, the whole nine. Um, the Orange Idiot has had some rallies over the weekend or some events over the weekend where if you speak to this man, if you listen to this man speak, well, first of all, if you're a black person for Trump, I'm gonna give you a homework assignment. I'm gonna give you a quick homework assignment. I want you to go on your Google machine and I want you to Google the transcripts of any interview or any rally that the Orange Idiot has done. Google the transcripts. And I want you to sit and if you have children, I want you to sit, I want you to read, and I want you to read to your children the transcripts of the Orange Idiot doing an interview or at one of his cult rallies. Read it through. If you come out on the other end feeling good about your choice to support this idiot, this illiterate idiot, you come out on the other side and you still want to support this man, that tells me that you have some mental issues. You may have some developmental issues as far as in your brain. Um, You have low self-esteem. You have no self-respect. You have no morals. Your education is probably limited. Your common sense is zero. Because if I have tried to read transcripts of the Orange Idiot, I have tried. I promise you, I have. It's bad enough to listen to him live. It's bad enough to listen to him as he's speaking it. But if you read the transcript, it will freaking fry your brain. It will make you feel like you are fucking retarded. And I hate to use that word, but that's the only way I can describe it. It will make you feel like you just one of the dumbest fucks that ever walked this earth when you try to read the transcripts of what this man is saying. He has no vocabulary. He has no knowledge of how to put a sentence together. You know how back in school they used to say, well, you have to conjugate the verb. He don't know what the fuck that means. He has no clue. He don't know a subject and a predicate. He don't know where to put a comma in and a period or. I mean, this man just read his transcripts. That's for all you dumbasses out there that's going to support this man. Google the transcript for one of his interviews or one of his rallies and just read it. And then once you read it, come back to me and tell me how you feel about it. And if you still stupid enough to want to vote for somebody this illiterate, again, that's speaking volumes about you. That's just showing your moral character and your developmental. I'm just trying to understand. Jesus Christ, I'm trying to understand. But anyway, this man has over the weekend, he has said some things that Black people in particular should be in fear of. This man wants to be once again the president of the United States. This man has, over the weekend, he said that we should have a day of violence when it comes to law enforcement. This man said we should have a day of violence. Then he said, and he broke it down, we only need an hour. And he already is supporting immunity for police officers. He wants police officers to be able to do whatever the fuck they want to do and not be held accountable, not be held liable, not be able to be prosecuted, nothing. This is what this man wants. He wants police to be able to have free reign on killing, shooting, maiming, arresting anybody that they feel like they want to do it, and there's no consequences. Now, we know when it comes to our policing, we know that Black people suffer negative consequences more often than our counterparts anytime there's police interaction. Let me preface this segment by saying all police officers are not bad, but there's enough bad police officers to make all officers look bad. So, this man is calling to have a day of violence. And what this day of violence entails that this dumbass, this idiot, this racist, this rapist want to do is to have a day where police officers can go out and brutalize and kill and maim and whatever anybody they want to for a day. But then he broke it down and said an hour. And he said this will stop crime. This will stop corruption. Now, what sick, demented fuck would even come up with this type of idea? I heard it being compared to a couple of movies, The Purge and something else. I forget. I don't watch those type of movies, but I've heard about The Purge. But that's how they compared it. They compared it to The Purge, and it was another movie or something they compared it to. Like I said, black people are targeted anyway. Black people have been targeted by police officers since the beginning of time. Remember, they went from being overseers to the officer. It just changed the spelling a little bit. They used to be overseers, now they're officers. Overseers when we were enslaved, and when we ran away, the overseers, and they went out and captured us. Then once slavery became illegal, the overseers became officers. Again, just spelled it a little bit different, pronounced it just a little bit different. But overseers to officers, it's been that way since the beginning of time. We have never had free reign of this country. We have never had equal rights in this country, and still today we don't. But this idiot wants for police officers to have free reign to whoop our ass and kick our ass and kill us and shoot us and arrest us for a day. And he thinks that's the way to solve crime. And he's telling you dumbasses that crime is up and this, that, and the other, when the crime numbers are down. Crime numbers are down as low as they have been in a long time, as far as crime in America. The numbers are lowest that they have been in the last 40, 50 years. Mr. Pugh says, same black people has forgotten where they came from and what our ancestors went through. Yes. And that's where Trump and Project 2025 is trying to take us back to. That's what whole Project 2025 is, to oppress and send us back to where it used to be, when, according to the orange rapist, when America was great. Don't let that MAGA fool you. Make America great again. It was great before black people had rights. It was great before black people had any power. It was great, according to him, before black people had any say so in the policies and processes of this land. That's what he's trying to get us back to. And you dumbass black people who are supporting this crap, you're either stupid, ignorant, or ill-informed. Don't be so fucking stupid, people. But this is what he's proposing: a day of violence. Mr. Dawson, what's going on, buddy? I talked about the election night earlier. Like I said, I'm put it out there in the atmosphere that we'll be doing election night coverage there at the WPMM studios. So we need to go ahead and lock that in and get prepared to cover the returns on election night, November 5th. Tuesday, November 5th, starting about 6 o'clock, because those when the first returns come in on the East Coast, start coming in on the East Coast. So we're gonna start coverage at that point in time. Mr. Dawson said every day he says something crazier than the day before. This is really something wrong with this man's head. That he's a fucking idiot. He's a racist, rapist idiot. And anybody supports him, you're a fucking idiot as well. And I hate to talk about my black people, but I have to call you out for your ignorance and your stupidity. He is still disrespecting Kamala Harris. This rapist had the nerve to say that Kamala Harris was mentally ill. And then he doubled down on that and said that Joe Biden was mentally ill as well, but he became mentally ill. And then he said Kamala Harris was born that way. A highly educated black woman who kicked his ass in a debate. And he is still disrespecting this woman. He refused to say her name correctly, which he can say her name correctly because I've heard him do it. He has said it correctly, and then he realized he said it correctly. Then he go back to his racist uh, platform and mispronounce her name, and that is a direct way to disrespect someone, particularly a black. Trying to get back on to Facebook. Hopefully, we're back on Facebook. My apologies, people. My apologies. I told you, Mark Zuckerberg don't like me because I'm talking about the man that's going to make him pay no taxes. So, Zuckerberg, I know I'm on your platform, but you can kiss my ass too. And I'm saying it on your platform because you don't want to keep fucking with me because I'm talking about the person supporting because you want, you get that top 1% for wealth, and you want the tax cut that he's proposing for just you people, and writing fucking checks. I am so tired of writing checks to the IRS. It's ridiculous, and we got these billionaires that ain't paying. Hell, I'm paying way more taxes than billionaires. And something ain't right about that. Something just ain't right. I am so far out of writing checks every fucking year. I dread tax season every single year. Oh, but anyway, Mark Zuckerberg, I know it's your platform, but fuck you and anybody else that support Trump. I'm gonna get my word out regardless. So, but I'm when I get the time to figure out a different platform to go on and bring all of my people with me, I'll be out, and we'll just use Facebook as a secondary or third option, if you will, as far as my daily shows, Mondays and Thursdays. But anyway, black men, as I was saying about the disrespect that this orange rapist is doing to record disrespecting black women. He is calling educated, all kind of means, terms, whatnot. As a black man, and I want y'all to listen closely to this. It's very black men that even thinking about voting for Trump. Whether you're thinking about it, you're on the fence, whatever the case may be, you should be a fucking shame of yourself. and supporting this race and supporting this old white who openly disrespects black women. Our black women have it the hardest than any other. Zuckerberg, I'ma still say kiss my ass. Even though you keep cutting me off, you can kiss my ass. You can kiss the moist part of the crack of my ass. Every time I go to talking about your boy, you want to cut me off. It don't happen no other time. I can be on live. I can be, as long as I ain't talking about Trump, I'm good. It stays on, and but as soon as I start talking about Trump, it can't. It's not a coincidence. First couple of times I thought maybe it's technical issues or whatever. It's just something that happened. But I've been doing this for 4 years, and it tends to happen quite often. And the topic that I'm talking about when it happens is something that the orange idiot done, or something that is being said that's going to be helpful for black people to make educated and common sense decisions. So, but as I was saying, he has a total disrespect. And as a black man, if you are going to support someone who will just totally disrespect a black woman, then something is wrong with you internally. Something is wrong with you mentally. Something is wrong with your soul. Something is definitely wrong in your heart. You have to be immoral. You have to be a bad, even though you may not show it on the outside. You have to be somewhat of a terrible person on the inside. I don't know if you pissed off at yourself or you pissed off at somebody else, but for you to support and I don't mean to cut myself off mid sentence, but you can't tell me that you support his policies, because a couple things. He don't have any fucking policies to support. So you can't tell me you support his policy. You can't tell me that you support the fact of national security, because he is the biggest threat to our national security. So it's not national security. You can't support, you can't bear support with him on the economic status of the country, because the ideas, the dumb ideas that he come up with are only to hurt. He tripled the deficit while he was in office. So it's not that. The stock market was down while he was in office. The stock market is up now. So it's not that. So what is it that you're supporting? What is it that makes you dumb enough to support a person who everything that they say and do goes against you? This man wants your dumb ass to be beaten and choked out by cops. He want the cops to have free reign. He want a day of fucking violence where cops can go whoop your ass and have no consequences. And you want to support this. This man has raped children. He has raped women. He has disrespected women. He has sexually assaulted women. And this is who you want to support as a black man. He tried to have 5 young boys executed for a crime that they didn't commit, and to this day has not apologized or said that he was wrong in what he did to those 5 young black men in New York back in the 80s. Mr. Pugh put a comment in the comment section. He said there's a black gay by the name of Topher going around to college campuses doing a brainwash tour, talking to young black men to vote for the orange idiot. Check him out, Topher. Yeah, I'll check him out. I'm gonna send him an invite. I'll send him an invite to come talk to me. Topher. Now, black men, I would hope that you're not that fucking stupid. I just hope you're just ignorant. I just hope that you're ill-informed, and I want to help you. I want to help you out. I want you to stop being ignorant. Let's go to Springfield, Ohio, for you black people that's supporting this tyrant. Springfield, Ohio. If you don't not aware of what I'm talking about, this is the city that in Ohio where the immigrants, the legal immigrants there that are there legally, have their paperwork, have their social security numbers, have a driver license, have everything. They're not citizens, but they're here legally. So when you are a legal resident of the United States, you have access and the rights to a lot of the privileges and that U.S. citizens have. Mr. P just put on there that Pete Rose just died. They're going threes. Then Kim Matumbo died earlier today. Pete Rose, Mr. P is reporting that Pete Rose has passed away. That's the baseball player, played for Cincinnati Red for a lot of years. Mr. P is reporting that he has died. Like I say, I repeat what Mr. P put on here. I ain't scared to repeat what he say because I know he done verified it. So, if you don't know who Pete Rose is, he's the one that been kept out the Hall of Fame, even though he was before Henderson came along. He was the base stealing leader, and then I think Henderson came along and took that title from him. And but anyway, rest in peace to Pete Rose. But Springfield, Ohio. Let's get back to Springfield, Ohio, real quick. That is the town where there's over those immigrants are there legally working, contributing to the economy there. A big part of the economy, big part of the workforce there, because that town was suffering in regards to getting workers. They are still in a quagmire when it comes to workers. They still need workers. They want more immigrants to come there. But now, because of J.D. Vance, even though J.D. Vance is the senator that represents Ohio, he is fucking over his own people by putting out these false claims that the Haitian immigrants, legal immigrants, are eating fucking dogs and eating the cats. They are still pushing this lie. Even though the mayor has came out, the police chief have came out, the governor has came out, all these elected officials there in Ohio done came out and said this is total bullshit. This is a total lie that's being pushed by Trump and Vance and whatever the case may be. And that even though it's done been debunked by every agency and every elected politician or whatever the case may be, these two dumbasses are still pushing the lie, which are putting the lives in jeopardy. The lives of these Haitian legal immigrants is putting their lives in danger. You got the Proud Boys that have showed up in Springfield, Ohio, and if you don't know who the Proud Boys are, they're the Klan. Same thing as the Klan. They are these right-wing, radical dumbasses. It's the Klan. Neo-Nazis, white supremacists. They have showed up in Springfield, and now these Haitians that are there, and when I'm saying what country they're from, but they're still black people. These people are living in fear now. They're worried about people showing up at their homes. The threats that has came through Springfield because they have welcomed these Haitian immigrants. Bomb threats. Schools have been shut down. Businesses have been shut down. Governmental organizations have been shut down because all the bomb threats and all the threats is coming in. Parents are scared to send their kids to school. Just all kind of chaos is going on in Springfield, Ohio. And the orange idiot and JD Vance has not said a word to tone down the rhetoric, to tone down the fear, to tone down the hate. They have not said a word, and they are just fueling it. And even though it's been documented, it's been reported, it's been said that those are lies that's being told. Now they are, every time you hear the orange idiot get in front of a crowd, he's saying that these black people got to go. They got to go. He called them all kind of rapists and murderers and this, that, and other. And it's funny because he's the fucking criminal. He's been found guilty 34 times. He's been found guilty of rape, liable for rape. But he's calling everybody else a fucking criminal. And you dumbasses, particularly you black people that are supporting this man, you still going along with the bullshit. I don't understand. If somebody can help me understand, I would appreciate it. And I told y'all, I think I told y'all last show that I was on that I had an opportunity to have a conversation with someone who um, I had a conversation with someone who said that they were planning to vote for Donald Trump. One of my people, black people, and I found out. I did find out that a lot of this crap, a lot of the mentality just come from being ill informed. Have I made this person think like a normal human being? I don't know. I hope I did. But I've seen firsthand, and that was the first time that I seen firsthand anybody who was brave enough, if you will, to come to me and say, "Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm going to vote for Trump." I respect that because most people who going to vote for Trump, especially black people, they kind of stay behind the scenes and they do it on the low. But he had the strength to come and tell me. But do I understand? No, I don't. Will I understand? Probably not. But I see how people can be manipulated. I see how people can fall into the rabbit hole, if you will, because everything that the orange idiot says and does creates a rabbit hole. And if you're not careful, if you don't talk to the right people, see the right people, you can fall into that rabbit hole and become, like the movie Get Out. You're in a sunken place, and your mind get twisted and misinformation, and you lose sense of reality. You lose sense of yourself. You lose sense of self-worth. You block out things that you should be paying attention to, and you absorb things that are complete bullshit. So that's why I do this show, y'all. That's and I'm not gonna go into another topic because we come up on the top of the hour. But that's why I do this show. This show started because I was irritated because I was talking to people who did not have the knowledge to understand what's going on around them. It was too often where I couldn't have a conversation, an intellectual conversation with people, and for them to be able to reciprocate and participate in the conversation because they didn't have a clue what I was talking about. And it was so irritating. And I used to go around, I used to, you know, everybody shoot the shit from time to time. But you have to have some serious conversations in this life, in this world. I don't want to just shoot the shit all the time. I can shoot the shit with you, but at some point in time, we have to have a serious conversation. And I wasn't. It was so few and far between that I would find that intellectual conversation. And I like to be stimulated. I like to be educated. I like to talk to people that know a hell of a lot more than I do. Because I like that education. I like being informed. And even with those having those conversations, just because you said it, and I respect you, and I understand that you're on top of things, I'm still going to go back and I'm gonna vet it. I'm still going to go back and double. I'm gonna do my homework because I want to make sure that I'm being fed the right information. Not that I doubt a lot of people that I see to be people who can teach me. It's just that I don't like. I have to be sure. I have to vet things. That's just me. But I want you black people. I need you to adopt my philosophy. I need you to um, my bad, y'all. I need y'all to adopt my way of thinking. Educate yourself. This is an election. This election is more crucial than you think it is. Democracy is on the line. Respect, dignity is on the line. Freedom is on the ballot. Either you want to go forward and try to escape Jim Crow and try to escape slavery and slave mentality. We can go forward or we can go backwards and get back into Jim Crow, get back into slavery. Those are your two options. You can go with Kamala Harris, and that's your best choice to put this thing on the right track. Not saying that she have every answer and every you know she can't solve every problem, but at least she's talking about moving forward and bringing people up that are on the lower tiers, if you will. Or you can go back. You can be a dumbass. You can be a fucking idiot and vote for Trump, and then send your dumbass back in Jim Crow. And for you people, for you young folks that don't know what Jim Crow is, go talk to an old head. Go talk to an old head about these Jim Crow laws, especially if you're in the South. Don't find somebody out in California up north, way up north, and don't talk to them. Find somebody in the South, Florida, Georgia, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee. Find somebody in the South, Southeast, South Carolina, and ask them about Jim Crow. Let them educate you. Now, hopefully, you'll come out on the other side a decent human being and somebody who has common fucking sense. But anyway, it's time for me to get out of here because I think we got somebody coming up right behind me on WPMM radio. Should be back Thursday. No, I may not be on Thursdays. I'll let you guys know I got to hit the road. But if I can't be on Thursday, I will. If not, it'll be Monday, 6 o'clock. So y'all make sure you check me out. Hey, I'm doing my birthday bash at Casting Flights on 23rd, Wednesday night, 23rd. Y'all come hang out with me. 7 to 11 p.m. for those who who want to show me love, show up. For those who don't give a fuck about me, don't show up. And come holler at your boy. The October 23rd. I don't do birthday parties too often. I think my wife threw my first one at age 45, I believe it was. She gave my first birthday party ever in life. And since then, I've kind of had one other gathering. So I plan to do a gathering this year at Cast and Flight, 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time on Wednesday, the 23rd, October 23rd. So y'all come hang out with me. We're going to have a good time. But time for me to get up out of here. Appreciate y'all for joining me. I'll see you on the flip side. Don't be stupid. And we out.